Abumadiwa kaka. Abumadiwa kaka. Abumadiwa kawa. Abumadiwa hiya. Abumadiwa niveya. Abumadiwa hiya. Abumadiwa hiya. Abu Mama Diva, Abu Mama Diva, he can get better. Batgirl Kwana, Abu Batgirl Kika, Abu Batgirl Kika, Abare better new paya, Anime better, Abu me better Kika. He hey Abu Mama Diva, Abu Mama Diva, Abu Mama Diva, Nivea, Abu Mama Diva, Nivea, Abu Mama Diva, Nikea, Eke Zenu Nejunua, Abu Mama Diva, Abu Mama Diva, Junua, Amadio Junua, Kala Kanu, Kwanu Kaka, Kala Kanu, Kikeka, Kala Kanu, Dunua, Kala Kanu, Junua, Kala Kanu, Kikeka, Abu Mama Di Oha, Abu Mama Do Kikeka, Abu Mokike, Omuna Ike, Uzuku Marinike Kaka, Uzuku Marinike Kikeka, Uzuku Marinike Kikeka. Cause abum tao, cause abum tabo, welcome everybody. Shimoke here. Let out the scream inside you. This is prayer. Don't shut your eyes. This is not Catholicism. Abu me better. E better, boo, e better. Black girl, I'm into your house. Let's go. Do you understand your category of life? What is a human being? I'll get right to it. For the new people, two things. My government name is Chimogechi Yokeibe. That's one, look it up. And two, Capricorn Sun. I'm the god of light. I'm packing the god of lightning. I registered the viewers, that's a blessing. I keep it real when I'm praying. You see, they brought HE double hockey sticks to Earth, and they called it justice. No! Why are you putting the criminal in a box? And why don't you know whether or not they're all criminals? Kamsuike. You see, passion has left the world today. And because of that, they fear anger. The populace is asleep. Criminals run the world. Let us, within the bounds of law and morality, help the universe resolve that situation. Specific issue. The prison industrial complex. Millions of people around the world. And I'm praying global. This is global, people. Don't just be looking in your country. Remember, when you go to the border, you can't touch it. The fence is not the border. Thank you for the comments. Every comment is a blessing. I read comments in my discretion. I am discretion. Onisha kind of discretion. I got discretion. I am discretion. That industrial complex gotta go. Let me pick 4 surrounding issues. Batgirl and her seed, yes. Abuma Mantio. Let's take it to the back. Am I gonna touch the paper? I'm not gonna touch the paper. Back once a while. Pray with anger. And don't pray to God. Just spray the prayer out. Prayer's a person. She'll do her job. Igwe is in there too. He chooses to cut every time. Quicker. He cuts the chase. And Batgirl does the rest. Love of life. That's let's go. Issue 1. Racism. As in discrimination against vague groups based on perceived race. Issue 2. Elaborate. How will I translate it? I will translate it as nonsense regarding lineage. As in cases where people know another person or group of people's lineage for sure, at least on some level. And I want to say, you don't have to know it in your mind. If you know it in your body, that's still I'll leave it to that. That case, where they do that, they know that, and they do some act of nonsense regarding lineage. Elaborate. That's issue 2. Issue 3. Asheli Henkel Manike. Hard to translate. Basically, what people now today would call gender discrimination, but deeper. You can also say sexism. But let's realize, we use that term without enough weight. That is very serious stuff that's going on. Let's move. Issue 4. Hatred of life itself. The prison industrial complex is a manifestation of hatred of life itself, and it spreads the hatred of life itself. Let's pray against that ukwo. Iho puning kenjo ane mesa. Nakwa. Takwim. Kabrinam no oha. Oha. Abumo oha. Abumo kalakan. Abumo zuku. Abumo barugu shuku inkuku. There was an interruption. I'm back. Let's begin again. Kabrinam no oha. Abumo yishia madyoha. Remember what we're praying for. Abumonishi Kalaka, Abumadu Zuku, Abumo Paru Shuku Nkuku, Lemadioha, Jire Kalaka, Bigo, Sansoneba, Sansoneba, Meshaka, Amadioha, Ezekazenu, Abumianua, Abrunam, Juneba, Akunuba, Bigo. Kani webu iganua, webu kembu, racism, weko, ukuya, elabru, wepele, hapwele, abumunishi hapwele, shankele, eleweru, kuneba, abumeleweru, abumuku, anzawele, bigo, kamanyele, Abumamadio Neptune. And I'm a chef with Neptune, kind of chef with no Ra. On you shears a corner because and I'm a semino, and I'm a semino, Abumezemino, and I'm a semino, Abumezemino, and I'm a semino, Abumezemino, and I'm a semino. Kalakan, Kalawitty. Kajiri Rukalaka, Wabi Abu Nenjo, Wabukalaka and Kenjo, Kanye Wabukalaka and Kenjo, Kanye wepu kalakanin kenjo n'uzokwo. Abumo para uzokwo. Abuno pareke zenu kwano. O pareke zenu bu para. O para neme o pareke zenu neke zenu. Eke zenu bu eke zenu zuko. O para juneke zenu bikola. Shango. Wepu kenjo nuwa. Wepu ikili nuwa. Biko uzoya. Kanyi wepu ara ni enjo nuwa. Mana kalakan. Biko kanyi le kalakan nenga. Kanyi hapu le kalakan. Mana kalakan me kalakan. Du onyarala no biuloya. Pongwen. Sansoneba. 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 Opiulo. 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 Manakariha. Kanijide Golo Nua. Bigo Kaya Ofuma. Neptune. Abir Mozo. Ofuma Bigo. Neptune. Neptune. Ofuma. Neptune. Ofuma. Neptune. Ofuma. Neptune. Ofuma. Bigo. Kanyu Wepo Eagerly Nua. Come so again. Tanta. Sansoneba, Sansoneba, Sansoneba Nakamadioha, Sansoneba, Sansoneba, Sansoneba Nakwamadioha, Sansoneba, Sansoneba, Sansoneba no Kike, Abum Sansoneba, 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 because Sansoneba, Sansoneba, kindly ka, Sansoneba, kindly one calm. Kaniru, Awella Neba, Bigo, Awella Wepo Ikalunuwa, Awella Wepu Ukunjo, Elemer Uko Duneba, Abum Shangela, Abum Melola Mary, Kala Akana. Yes. I'm about you guys, seal the prayer. Thank you very much for bearing with me. A couple technical difficulties. I said the prayer in my language. Let me translate it into the common English to the best of my ability. I just want to know though, because of the nature of prayer, it's impossible for me to translate every word exactly. But know that I do this translation in good faith. And let's go. Basically, I prayed that the central phenomenon, the prison industrial complex, leave the world. What does that practically mean? My hope is that instead of utilizing the prison industrial complex, we simply use a system of house arrest if it is necessary to stop a criminal individual from moving. And more than that, I hope that no crime is committed in the world. I also hope that the four things that uphold the the prison industrial complex, I hope that those four things leave the world as well. I can remember two of the ones I named, racism and elaborate, as in doing nonsensical things in relation to lineage, okay? Which I define as two distinct phenomena. I'm remembering the third one, sexism. I also call it Eshielihe and Kealmanike. At the time, it angered me so much, I said I don't even remember it. Let's keep it out there. And then the top one, I'm still not remembering. Made me very angry. I think it's coming back, the hatred of life itself. What we are. And then I pray that in the stead of those four things, we have good things. And I'll leave it at that. Anyway, calm also. May that prayer happen again and again. And thank you very much for joining me. Yes, it's the first ever prayer. Okay, this been having some technical difficulties. Well, I'm just gonna try and ride the live out until at least the 10-minute mark. But I've been on here longer than that. Anyway, but again, I'm just praying for the end of the prison industrial complex. It's a good faith prayer. Yes. also want to note something. I know at the beginning of the prayer, the way I was behaving is not how most people behave commonly in the world today. Two things. One, our standard of social interaction, especially in the West and especially among English speakers, is far too stoic, and I'll leave it at that. That is not healthy. That is not a healthy standard of interaction. I'm conscious of when I go against it, and I'll leave it at that. I encourage others to go against it as well. I'm not saying you should literally do what I did there every single moment of your life, but many moments it's appropriate, and I'll leave it at that. Two, prayer is an active process, and I'll leave it at that. You must know what I mean. When I talk about passive prayer, I'm talking about thoughts. When I gather people together or when I organize a live stream and say I'm praying, that's an active process. That active process involves bringing one's full energy and emotion to things. That is not going to look like this or something. And I'll leave it at that. Anyway, thank you very much. Yes, I'm just going to write it out. But I just pray that that prayer happen again and again. And as always, with any prayer, let's take tangible action to go along with it. Yes. We get the idea, let's put the idea into practice. We have the energy, let's use the energy for our good practice. And as always, may everything remain within the bounds of morality and the bounds of the law. Amadioha. Amadioha. I'll be honest, the prayer's gone out, but this live stream, it does constantly cut off, but so I'm going to call it, but I hope you get the idea. Thank you very much. See you next time.